Assalamu alaikum. Dear learners, I hope you are fine and doing great. In today's video, I am going to attach another MCP server with my Claude desktop and see that how we can use it with MATLAB to ease our way of programming or generating systems in MATLAB. In the last video, if you have seen it, you must have noticed that there were no files generated by MATLAB. We asked Claude to generate a simple sinusoidal waveform through an M file. The M file was generated, but that M file was empty. It is because we were not giving any authorization or way to the Claude to generate files on our system, that is our PC or laptop. Today we are going to attach a file system MCP with Claude Desktop so that it can access, read and write the files present on our laptop. The good thing is that we don't need to download any further new things because this functionality of file system MCP is already available through Node.js and we have already downloaded and installed it in the previous video. All you have to do is you have to go to this folder where, if you remember, that we created this JSON file. Just open this JSON file by double clicking on it and selecting Notepad. This was something that was written in the previous video, and it states that the MCP servers which we are currently using with Claude are the MATLAB, and its location is this one. We did this thing in the previous video. Today we are going to attach another MCP server along with this MATLAB MCP server. So you can press enter over here and type in this code. This new code associates another MCP server named as file system through a command npx, but you don't need to worry about all these things. All you have to worry about is that which files should be accessible to this server. So I have generated this folder in my D drive, which is D and then MATLAB projects, and I have written the folder name over here. If you want to name this folder with something else, you can do that. So before this can run, you have to make sure that this folder exists. So go to your D drive and make this folder over there. Let me show you that I have done this thing. So you can see that I have this folder over here, MATLAB projects. Okay, so now we have to come back over here and just close and save it. So once it's saved, restart your desktop Claude, and when you'll type this slash over here, now in the connectors, instead just of MATLAB, you're going to see file system as well. This means that now this Claude desktop can access MATLAB as well as the file system MCP server. And with this file system, it can access the specified folder which is in the D drive named as MATLAB projects. That's it. Now you have given access to certain folder on your laptop, and now Claude can generate files in that folder. If you want to give access to multiple folders, you can add multiple lines in the JSON file, or the better way is to have subfolders in the main folder. For example, in the MATLAB projects folder, I can generate multiple subfolders. Everything inside the MATLAB projects folder will be accessible to Claude Desktop. So now let's move forward. And what I said in the previous video, that we will use Claude Desktop to program some advanced things in MATLAB. So let's see that how we can do that. I have prepared a prompt and I'm going to give Claude this prompt, and let's see how it will use MATLAB to generate complex systems, its simulations, and multiple files, and place those files in our folder. So here is the prompt. This prompt asks Claude to generate an M file that generates an inverted pendulum on a card system. It has some specifications of it and control it through a discrete PID controller. Furthermore, it asks Claude to generate a GUI where the user can interact with the system by providing initial angle of the inverted pendulum, and then the inverted pendulum's cart will move and will balance it. I have given some other specifications as well, and then I have said that at the end the simulation should be shown, and kinetic energy, potential energy, and total energy of the system should also be displayed in form of a graph. Furthermore, I have asked Claude to run MATLAB and simulate the system and save two snapshots of the system at different simulation times. So it will generate two snapshots and place those snapshots in our folder as well. So let's see that what Claude does with it. I've provided this whole prompt in the description as well. You can copy paste from there. So I'm giving this prompt to Claude and let's see what it does. So it has immediately started MATLAB to check what kind of toolboxes or facilities are installed. Okay, so now it has detected that all necessary toolboxes are there, and now it is creating the inverted pendulum GUI system. Okay, so now it is creating the main GUI file. So it has generated all the files, and now it is going to run MATLAB and simulate the system. So let's wait for it and see how the system simulates. Okay, so it has done that as well. And now it is simulating the system to capture the snapshots. It has captured the snapshots as well. And now it is creating the text file that I asked it to generate that explains all the implementation steps. Okay, so it has done that as well. And now it is verifying that snapshots were there. And it is also checking whether the snapshots they have captured the simulation properly or not. So it is already reviewing whatever it has generated so that if there is some error, it can do the things again. Okay, so it is saying that the snapshots are great. And now it is creating a summary document for all the files. Okay, so I guess now this is the last step where it is making sure that all the files are present. So it has generated a new folder and asking me an access to it. It is already present in the MATLAB project folder, which I gave access to it. So I'm going to always allow it. Now it is placing all the files in the specified folder. Okay, so now it has created all the files and now it is reading those files that whether they are correct or not. So here are the files. It has generated the inverted pendulum GUI.m, a user guide, project summary, and a readme text. So it want to read all these files. So I am allowing it. Okay, so it has done all these things and it has generated the files. So let us go to the MATLAB project folder and you can see that the folder is over here and there are all the files over here. Let me just open these snapshots first. Okay, so here are the snapshots. So you can see that this is the GUI it has designed. It has given me the option to specify the angle. It has the start simulation and stop simulation buttons. There are KP, KI, and KD values that can be adjusted. And furthermore, it has given me the graphs of kinetic energy, potential energy, and total energy. And the simulation is being shown over here. So this is one snapshot. The other snapshot is this one. Although I can't see that the pendulum is being balanced. But anyhow, let's see what it has done in MATLAB. So this is the M file. Just let's run it. Okay, so you can see that the M file is over here. The mass which I specified in my prompt of the cart was 3 and the bob was 0.5 kg. It supposed the length of the rod as 1 meter, gravity as 9.81 and step time as 0.01. Furthermore, these are the PID parameters. Then there are some other things. And then this code is for the GUI generation. And you can go through this code. However, now I'm going to run it and see what happens. Okay, so that's great. Here is the initial system. And let's see that what it does because currently the initial angle is 30 degrees. It is written 30 degrees over here, but over here this pendulum is shown vertically upwards. So let's run the simulation and see what happens. So as I started the simulation, the pendulum dropped from the vertical position to the downwards position. Maybe it was because of this 30 degree. Let's make it 90 degree. Okay, so this is 90 degree. Okay, now I have understood that it is taking angle from this vertically downward position, I guess. Okay, making it 180. Okay, now 180 is downwards. Okay, I guess 0 would be nice. This is the 0 position. Okay, now the simulation is running because the pendulum is vertically upwards. So this is the 0 position of the angle. And you can see that the total energy is perfectly the same. Kinetic energy is 0. Potential energy is not being shown. It will be under this green line because at this point potential energy is equal to the total energy because kinetic energy is 0. Okay, if I now displace it a little bit, maybe 5 degrees, and you can see that it starts from the 5 degrees and then starts dropping. The problem with this thing is that the PID controller is not working. It is not moving the cart such that it can control the pendulum's angle. So I'm going to make it back to 0. And now over here, we can adjust these PID gains so that it may try to balance the system. But I don't know whether it will happen or not. And how much tuning do I need to do? Let's make it 200 and 10,000 and 10. I am increasing everything by 10 times. Okay, so let's make it 5. Okay, the system quickened up, but it again dropped down. So what does making mine? I guess -5 will make the cart move in the other direction. Yes. So it means that it is detecting the angle and it is trying to move the cart in the defined direction. I can also ask Claude to tune the PID controller because I didn't ask it. So it didn't tune the PID controller and gave me all the parameters. I can tune it on my own. So I guess all of you who are familiar with PID controller tuning, they know that it is quite a difficult task. So it will be difficult and time consuming for me to try all the values over here of PID and try to balance the system. So what I can instead do is I can ask Claude to do the tuning. So let's go back. Okay, so I have asked Claude that all the files are were generated perfectly and they are present in this folder. So and furthermore, it should tune the PID so that it can balance the inverted pendulum. So let's see what Claude does now. It is examining the files. Okay, so it has correctly extracted that what are the current values. Okay, so it has also figured out that this thing needs significant tuning. It has done something and now it is running the updated simulation. It is now verifying whether the PID controller is generating the required performance or not. Okay, so the test file that it was trying to generate was not created, so it is doing that again. I guess it couldn't generate the text file. I don't know why. But now it is trying to evaluate the code directly. Okay, it still couldn't stabilize it properly. The angle went to 221 degree and the cart moved 235 meters, which is too much. Okay, which indicates that controller is. Let me recalculate. Okay, it is recalculating the PID values. All configurations are unstable. Oh, this suggests the control law might need adjustment. Okay, okay, so it has figured out that the controller gains are too small for this system. It is trying the larger gains. Dear learners, you can see that how quickly the simulations is running and how Claude is using MATLAB to generate different scenarios and testing the system and tuning all the things. It is figuring out the problems and it is trying to rectify those problems. If you are doing these all things on your own, then I'm quite sure that it will have taken you it must have taken you weeks of study and weeks of implementation of code. But Claude is doing that in no time. Currently, it is not able to make the system stable. So it has tried several things, but it cannot stabilize the system. It is learning on its own to see what's the problem, and I hope it figures out. Okay, now here's the problem that it has wavered off. It has gone to, instead of PID controller, it has now implemented LQR controller and is trying to test that. And over here, it has found that even LQR is not going to work. So, okay, so it has found some issue and now it is doing something once again with PID. Okay, so now it is doing something and okay. Oh, it has found some optimal gain. The system is stable up to 30 degrees. Okay, so it means that if I displace the inverted pendulum up to 30 degrees, it can stabilize the system. But beyond that, it won't be able to do that. Okay, so it is changing the PID structure as well. Okay, so it has done everything. It is now generating the summary document and creating a quick text. Now it is running the corrected GUI. Okay, great. Now GUI is running and it is doing some other verifications. Okay, so it is saying that now controller is working excellently and pendulum starts at 30 degrees and stabilizes to about 1.1 degrees. Okay, great. So it is placing the files in the correct folder. Okay, so it has done everything and now it is generating a comprehensive summary document. Okay, so here is the summary document. I can scroll it up. Okay, so whatever improvements it has done, it has listed those over here. So this was the original control law, kp into theta kd into theta dot minus kx dot. Okay, so 5x and 2x dot. So these are the gains. Okay, for if we displace, according to this summary, if we displace the pendulum by 10 degrees, the final angle reaches 0.02 in about zero point 0.3 seconds. And for 20, this is the situation. For 30, it is the situation. And for 40, it is unstable. So it successfully balances up to 30 degrees. Okay, let's skip this all and let's go to MATLAB and see what is happening now. So I'm once again over here and now I'm going to run this inverted pendulum GUI file, which is according to it the updated file. You can see that the KPKD gains they have changed. Now let's run it. Okay, so now this is the same GUI. You can see the gains have changed. And it has also written that these gains are stable for up to 30 degrees. Okay, let's make it 5 and start the simulation. And you can see that immediately the pendulum has balanced. The pendulum is drifting a bit. This is because we haven't applied a PID to the cart's position. We are only concerned about the pendulum's angle. That's why there is a bit of a drift there. So as the simulation completes, now it has stopped over here. But if you apply dual PID, that is one PID for controlling the angle of the pendulum and the other PID for controlling the position of the cart, then this problem can be removed. Okay, so let's go with 10 degrees this time. And yes, it has once again stabilized it. And you can see that how the kinetic energy initially at a high value drops down. Now it has a very low kinetic energy. The potential energy, it almost remains the same. And now the total energy over here, you can see the green line. That's great. Okay, so if I go with 15, once again, it has balanced. But the drift is because we are not concerned about the position of the car. So dear learners, this is one of the greatest things that AI can bring to your desktop. All those students and people out there who have worked on such systems, on such simulations, they can appreciate that this cannot be ever done in this short time if you are doing it on your own. But see how Claude used MATLAB because of the MCP server connection and ran those simulations, optimized itself, and now it is generating perfect system as per our requirements. So, dear learners, I hope you can use this methodology to generate whatever simulations, whatever systems you want to simulate or you want to test in MATLAB and do your research and do your working instead of spending long times and long hours on manually coding these systems. So in the next video, we will explore some other things as well and see that how Claude can use MATLAB and cut your simulation and modeling times to almost zero. And you must have noticed that whatever I did in this video was on a free Claude subscription. I haven't used the paid subscription. And just imagine that if I'll use the paid one, then how long and how laborious things can I do with this whole MCP connection with Claude. So, dear learners, take good care of yourself and try to use these things for positive learning. Thank you and take care.